What is up, guys, and welcome back to the WRX build series. This is episode number 3, and as you guys can see, we're at Delicious Tuning getting the WRX tuned. So if you guys haven't seen the last couple episodes, let's head over to the front of the car here. We got the new BRZ intake manifold installed, as well as, you guys can't really see it, but we have the new comp turbo in the car as well. And today we're gonna find out how much this thing is making. We have Bill from Delicious over here is gonna put the sauce on the WRX, and it is gonna be so great. So as you guys can see, we're already all loaded up and Bill's about to get started. We are doing the flex fuel tune today, so we are going to do a 91 base tune and then an E85 full power tune, and this is going to be great. If you guys want to make Bill even more busy than he already is, I'm going to leave Bill's Instagram and the Delicious Tuning website down in the description for you guys to check out. He does do e-tunes and flex fuel and all kinds of stuff. If you guys are in the SoCal area, he can hook you up, or if you're not, he can get you guys online. It's gonna be very loud. I don't have my mic on the camera because it's broken, so I apologize for the audio. I'm feeling a solid 400 horsepower out of the WRX today. I want to keep it safe, I want to keep it reliable, and I don't want to blow up this FA like I did the BRZ. So this car is mostly a daily driver with the air suspension. It's comfortable to drive, it's not too terribly loud, so I would like a solid power amount out of it that we can keep reliable and safe, and we can see how much we can actually push the comp turbo with the new BRZ intake manifold. I've done some research, and the intake manifold is supposed to help with top end power and better airflow. Hopefully the dyno graph shows us that. We can actually test that out for you guys that are curious about doing it. This is actually a very easy, basically bolt-on build series kit that we did for you guys. So this is very accessible and very easy for you guys to try out as well. So let's see how well it does on the dyno. What are your power guesses, Tim?
My power guesses are 450.
450?
Yeah.
That's solid. All right, Bill's getting the timing on the airflow corrected on the car right now. So that wasn't our first run. He's just getting everything set up. I think this car's gonna sound pretty cool. Right there, but our first pull on 91 was 234. Now this is just like base tune here. Bill said that was only 12 pounds of boost, and we have a lot more to go. If you guys know about the WRXs, we ran like 23 pounds, right? Yeah. So 234 was 12 pounds of boost. We can go up to like 23 pounds of boost in this car. So let's see how she does. Still low boost, but 272 on 91. It's good. Alright, run number 3 was around the same 277 instead of the 272. Bill is adjusting a few things because it's so much different with the BRZ intake manifold.
Look at the power curve. There's a huge difference in the power curve.
Right. Oh yeah, you can see right here between the 277.
You're getting your 270 horsepower at 4,000 RPM.
Way better. So we're obviously having an issue on the dyno where we're having a massive power drop off, as you guys can see. So it's all great right here, and it should hold at 22 pounds of boost, but then it just falls off, especially right at the end. So that tells us that we're having some kind of leak in here, and we don't know where the leak is coming from. I kind of think it's the blow-off valve issues before we even started all of this. So we're trying to check and see in the engine bay right now if we can kind of figure out if there's any lines missing or anything like that, but we are having a small issue. All right, so we're gonna do a test pull to see if the blow-off valve is letting pressure out when they get to around 5,000 RPM. If so, we're gonna take the car home and get a new blow-off valve, unfortunately. So we're gonna test it out. Bill's gonna do a pull right now. Tim has his hand right by the blow-off valve, and we're gonna test it out. getting better and better numbers here. Last two poles were 283 and 288. Bill's adjusting cam positioning with the car to kind of help the curve, but I think it's getting a little bit better. It's kind of picking up back here, but it still drops off. Pretty much 289 horsepower on that last run.
Maybe it's just like totally green.
Alright guys, so unfortunately we had to call the tune off. The car's not holding boost past 18 psi, and we have to figure out why. We were able to tune it enough on 91 to make 288 horsepower, which is more than I got last year when I did 91, but still the car will not go over 18 psi, which is so strange. So we have a couple of ideas on why that might be happening, and I think it's the blow-off valve. The blow-off valve goes off when the car starts, and I kind of think that we have a slow leak, but it could be a number of things. So if you guys have any idea, let us know. But we're gonna actually take this thing back to the shop and just do a general overview of, you know, the turbo, the manifold, blow-off valve, but see how it feels with 288 horsepower. The good thing is the car still feels really strong. It's reliable. The car is tuned and it is okay to drive. It just doesn't make a lot of power. So at least it's tuned and it's good to go. So let's head to the shop. We have just made it home. Unfortunately, we do have to take a couple of days off from the shop because, as you guys can see, it looks pretty empty back here. Check this out. We are boxing things up. Our apartment is a mess right now, but we are actually getting ready to move out and go to the new house, and we have a pretty awesome house update, which I will be sharing with you guys in a couple of days, but a couple of announcements here. Unfortunately, we weren't able to have the dyno day that we wanted. As you guys can see, we did make 290-ish horsepower reliably, safely. Nothing's wrong with the car. It just won't go past 18 pounds of boost, which we have a couple of ideas of what's going on there. One of them being the wastegate. Our stock turbos, as well as the comp turbo that we put up into the car, they have internal wastegates. So in order to test that theory out, we have to take out the turbo and the manifold again, open it up, put a stiffer wastegate spring inside of the wastegate, but we also think that it could be the blow-off valve, but more than likely it's the wastegate spring because it's not allowing it to open up anymore. So it looks like we probably have to take the turbo off the WRX again and open that up whenever we can. So I have two options when it comes to that. I can either do the Killer B headers with two external wastegates, or I could keep the setup that I have now, do another wastegate spring inside of the internal wastegate. So really depends. I think we will try that out before we actually try the blow-off valve. If you guys have any ideas on what else it could be, let us know in the comments because we want to try everything else out. But thankfully the car is perfectly fine. It is good to drive. It makes 290 horsepower on 91 octane, which is good enough for me. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this car is not made for power. This car is made to actually be able to be driven around safely and reliably. It has the bags. It's a comfortable car. I can now take it everywhere. So I think the next step before we actually go into fixing all of this is gonna be to take it to SOS Customs, get the front bumper fixed and get the front wide body pieces made so that it actually looks complete now. And I think that'll pretty much complete the car. And then when we're ready, we'll go back, do the wastegates, and figure out how to make more power in this thing. But the next things I want to talk to you guys about is we are having a brand new Legends drop coming at the end of this month. I don't have an exact date just yet, but it is the Legends Circuit Team drop. I say this every single release that we have, but this is my favorite design that we have ever done. I took a lot of the motorsports that I like from Japan, a lot of the circuit designs that I saw while I was out there, and a lot of the teams that I like, and I kind of mashed everything together to make our very own Legends Circuit Team drop. And this is going to be the design, and we have all of the sponsors that support the channel, support the build, and support me, and that actually support all of the cars that we work on every single day, and we put them and included them in the drop, which I think is one of the coolest aspects of the entire design. So I only have a couple of designs in right now, and it should be all in within the next couple of days, but here's the hoodie. I've just been wearing this stuff non-stop. Give you guys a closer look here. Oh, just look at that. That is so cool. And then our sponsors down the shirt. And we have actually made some shop towels too, because when we go to the track, we're constantly checking the oil, wiping down the windows and things like that. And we wanted our very own shop towels, track towels, whatever you want to do for this drop. So we have Legends Circuit Team track/shop towels. And whenever you guys order these and see them in person, they look a little bit too nice to be towels, but I promise you there's very, very high quality, awesome towels that you guys can use. Also, for my race suit and for like jackets or whatever you guys want to use these for, we are dropping some patches and everything. So these are actually iron-on patches, super easy to use, and they look amazing. So we also have tons of accessories. If you guys are curious about all of the stuff that is dropping, stay tuned to the Legends Instagram as well as my Instagram. I'll leave both of those on the screen right now. As well as, last thing, we are now taking orders for the September Legends VIP package. If you guys didn't get August's Legends VIP, now you can sign up for September and get yourself the limited edition t-shirt that nobody else can get on the site, as well as all of the perks. And me and Tiana will be FaceTiming, or I guess we can call it Zooming, a couple of our Legends VIP members this month. So be on the lookout. You guys will get an email if you were chosen for this month's Zoom call. So stay tuned for that. So with all of that being said, we're gonna start heading to the shop in a couple of days once we are done packing up all of our stuff to get over to the new house. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed the WRX build series. There will be more, but we have tons of cars to go over. And next up, I think we're gonna be fixing the S2K and the Evo. So stay tuned for those videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 500K, and I have something extremely special and very, very big that I have planned for 500K. So help me get there. We're almost to 500,000. I think we have like 10,000 left. So help me get there. Subscribe, tell all your friends to subscribe, and let's do it. I'll see you guys in the next one.